Right, this question is telling us that we've launched a water balloon up at the rate of 86 feet per second. The height of the balloon is determined by this equation right here, and it wants us to find out what's the maximum height and at what time does that occur. So we've got, because our A coefficient here is negative, that's going to mean that our parabola is going to open downwards, and our maximum height is going to be at the vertex. So if you recall, in order to find that value, we want to find the axis of symmetry, and that's going to give us our x value that we need. So the axis of symmetry, the x value for that is negative b over 2a. So that's going to give us negative 86 over 2 times negative 16. It's going to give us negative 86 over negative 32, which is going to give us 43/16. These are not nice numbers, I'm going to tell you that right now. So it's approximately 2.6875. But while we're calculating with these, keep it exact. So we'll calculate using this, and then we can approximate if we need to with the rest. So we've got, we know that our time is approximately equal to 2.7 seconds. And then we can go ahead and figure out our height from there. So we've got height equals negative 16 and 43/16 squared plus 86 times 43/16. The reason why I don't want you to substitute right now is because that might change your final height and you would end up with an incorrect answer. You always want to keep it as exact as possible up until the very last minute. I don't know if you've maybe watched movies about those scams where they take the fractions of pennies and nobody misses them, but they end up with millions of dollars. It's that idea, is that if you end up with big enough numbers, that approximation that you made early on is going to make a pretty big impact on your final answer. So even though it's a little bit of a hassle, try to keep it as exact as possible until the very, very end, and then go ahead and round up or round down, depending on what your situation is. So we've got negative 16 and 1849 over 256 plus 3,698 over 16. And this divides once into 16. So we can just add these and subtract together now. So we've got negative 1849 plus 3698 all over 16, which is going to give us 1849 over 16. Now we can go ahead and round. We can get an approximation. It's approximately 115, 5625. So our height is approximately, it wants us to round to the nearest tenth. So our height is approximately 115.6 feet. And that happens at time equals 2.7 seconds. When it's not exact, you usually indicate that by using these little squiggly lines to indicate that it's an approximation.